Casey Gray here from The Conscious Builder, and today I'm getting into some Q&A. Be sure to like the video, comment, ask your questions below so that we can get to your questions. Today's question is coming from David Bruce, and he's wondering about what to do with rafter tails when it comes to a home with exterior insulation, exterior continuous insulation. So if I understand what he's talking about is he has a wall, he has some exterior insulation on it, and he has a rafter that's coming on top of it, and he's wondering how to make that work. Now obviously if your rafter is big enough, you can cut the bird's mouth larger, which is the cut that sits on top of the wall. However, if your rafter is not large enough, this might not work. So you might have to get into some other details that will probably have to be spec'd by an engineer. Now, I'm not a huge fan of using rafters if you need a lot of insulation, because a rafter coming down on top of a wall really limits how much insulation you can put in that space. Ideally, you have a truss, and on that truss, your heel height is raised so that you can add more insulation, and then your continuous insulation come all the way up, and you don't have to deal with anything. Now, if you can't use trusses, or nowadays it's really hard to get trusses on time, so some people are actually reverting to rafters, you might have to use a larger rafter, or maybe you have to do a detail where your wall comes up higher than where your inside ceiling is going to be so that you can add some more insulation. So these are all details that would have to be done on a per project basis, so it's hard to answer exactly what you need here. It also depends on how much insulation you have on the exterior, 1 inch, 2 inch, 4 inches, 6 inches. We've done up to 6 inches before. Now these are all things that are going to affect how your wall is constructed and how your roof sits on top, whether that's trusses or rafters, and how you maintain that continuous air barrier, continuous exterior insulation. So we don't have a video on this, but we will make sure to showcase some of the details that we've done for some of the roofs and tops of walls for our projects. So thank you for your question, Bruce. If you have any questions, be sure to post them down below. And remember, until next time, remember to live consciously.